From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
A bison gores a woman in Yellowstone National Park. Just ahead, learn how park officials say it happened and what is leading to new warnings about park animals.
We are nearing one of the busiest times for our county, summer. So how is the Bozeman Yellowstone International Airport preparing for all these passengers? Coming up.
Well, good morning and happy Wednesday, Southwest Montana. It is 6:30 on this first day of June. Chet Lehman, Matt Elwell, a little chilly out for the first day of June, but all in all, that's a good thing when we talk about snowpack numbers.
No, that's exactly right. And I do have an update on some of those snowpack numbers along with caveat of where we are. Temperatures this morning are chilly, as you mentioned. Right now, mid-30s, 27 in West Yellowstone. There are some showers between Missoula, out toward Lincoln, Deer Lodge. Those areas are probably seeing just a few drips and drops. Not a lot of moisture in our skies as it stands right now. As you get into the afternoon, a little more widespread potential, but it's not going to be drastic coverage. I think most of us are probably just looking at a passing drip or drop along the way. Daytime highs back into the 60s or close to that for most of the area for today. We will talk more about those snowpack numbers coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Matt. 6:31. Our top story this half hour takes us to Yellowstone. A bison in Yellowstone National Park gored a woman on Memorial Day. Park says 25-year-old woman from Ohio approached the animal within 10 feet, which is against park rules that say you should stay back more than 25 yards from a bison. Eyewitnesses say the woman went toward the bison near a boardwalk at Black Sand Basin. That's just north of Old Faithful. Bison gored her, tossed her about 10 feet into the air. She did sustain puncture wound and other injuries and was taken by ambulance to the Eastern Idaho Regional Medical Center. That's in Idaho Falls. We do not have an update on her condition. 2 other people were also within 25 yards of that same bison. On our website right now, learn how far away you should stay from animals in the park. Some require more distance than others. We also have some safety reminders when you visit Yellowstone National Park. Also, last weekend's storm has come and gone, but dozens of people still dealing with the aftermath, now trying to figure out how to recover their camping trailers. Many woke up Monday morning near Red Lodge only to realize they were stuck in the snow. That led to quite an adventure. MTN's Matthew Hidalgo has the story.
We were like, what in the world just happened? Yeah, it was crazy.
Memorial Day weekend typically marks the start of the busy summer camping season in Montana, but up near Red Lodge Monday,
Because we woke up and we immediately knew, we were like, yeah, we gotta go.
many awoke to a winter wonderland.
It was at least 2 feet where we were because our steps up to the door were completely covered. It was super unexpected, really wet, really thick. Kind of a crazy little adventure for sure.
Elise Habel was among the dozens of campers near MK Campground who quickly realized they were stuck.
I don't think a single person got theirs out.
One camping trailer after another swallowed by all that snow. Everyone in the campground piled into vehicles and abandoned their camping trailers.
There's at least 40 that are just left because we couldn't we couldn't get it out. Crawling because it was so slippery.
Braving the snow-covered dirt road back to the highway.
So it was just a steady trail of everyone trying to just get out.
Meantime, just to the south on the Chief Joseph Highway in Wyoming, more travel troubles.
My little car kept catching the slush and going all over.
The storm here dumped 3 feet of snow on Highway 296, stranding dozens of drivers who spun out and got stuck near Dead Indian Pass. Many here also left their campers behind, trying to hightail it out of the mountains.
They said that the road was closed, and that's because there was a power line down.
Dozens of camping trips gone terribly wrong, and with those trailers still stuck, the adventure isn't over yet. A story that will certainly be told around campfires for many years to come.
It was definitely a story we'll remember for a really long time.
I'm sure that's true. MTN's Kagan Harshaw with that report, by the way. Also, with Bozeman's airport handling the most traffic in the state, it's no surprise Memorial Day weekend brought plenty of travelers this weekend, giving us a little taste of those busy summer months. MTN's Jane McDonald was at the airport where she talked with some travelers to get a sense of just how busy this season is.
Bozeman Yellowstone International Airport is breaking record after record in terms of passengers going through those doors.
Well, it was pretty busy. I feel like there's a lot of people really, coming off the Memorial Day holiday and traveling around.
For passengers Quentin, Matt, and Dana, they're flying in from Chicago and Denver for a board meeting. But when they stepped off their plane,
It was more busy than I expected. Yeah, I was surprised. Our flight was full, and there seemed to be other flights that were full that were landing at the same time, so the airport seemed very busy.
Having never been here before, it was very direct in kind of the way that we needed to get out. Even though it was busy, we were able to follow the crowds and find our way out, find our baggage.
From January of 2021 to January of 22, Bozeman Yellowstone International Airport served a staggering 2 million passengers. That's an 82% increase in passengers over the last 5 years.
Well, what we're looking for this summer is essentially a carbon copy of last year.
Now, compared to last May, this month has seen passenger traffic up 25%.
Taking advantage of it, now we're trying to catch up with all of our infrastructure to, kind of handle that higher level of passenger levels that we see.
Some of that infrastructure includes the North Side project for general aviation flight schools, expansion of terminal ramps.
And then probably the one that most people are most concerned about is a large expansion for our parking lots at the terminal.
Now the prediction for June passenger numbers is on the same trajectory as last year. At Bozeman Yellowstone International Airport, Jane McDonald, MTN News.
By the way, the latest State Health Department report says Gallatin County is at a high COVID-19 community level. CDC recommends wearing a mask indoors in public. Bozeman Yellowstone International Airport continues to offer masks at its entrance doors. 6:36 now. A new experimental drug could provide more hope for people with neuromuscular disease, ALS. It works by treating the diseased neurons that lead to fatal paralysis at the cellular level. Asher Karashi has more on what that could bring new hope for people with a debilitating and deadly disease.
Inside this state-of-the-art Northwestern University lab, scientists have invented a new experimental drug to treat amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS, commonly known as Lou Gehrig's disease.
All of a sudden, you feel weakness in your arms, in your legs, you can't swallow, you can't speak, and you can't move, and your breathing ability is also reduced. And after a while, you get stuck in your body.
The fatal nerve disease has few treatments, with most only surviving between 2 and 5 years after a diagnosis, though some can live a bit longer.
The patient actually knows what's happening to their body every day and sees that it's getting worse by the day, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Dr. Richard Silverman is a renowned scientist with an expertise in chemistry, molecular biosciences, and pharmacology. He came to worldwide prominence after inventing the anti-seizure and pain medication Lyrica, which has generated billions of dollars for Pfizer.
I think NU9 is his next baby, and I think NU9 is going to be the second Lyrica for neurodegenerative diseases.
Hande Ozdenlaer, an associate professor of neurology at Northwestern, says NU9, now called AKV9, could be more effective than anything else on the market currently used to treat ALS.
We have, for the first time, a molecule that actually has the ability to improve the health of the diseased motor neurons in many different aspects.
Ozdenlaer says while there's no translation from extending the lifespan of a mouse to that of a human patient, they can find that translation at the cellular level, which is why they focused on improving the health of the upper and lower neurons.
Once their health is improved, that's going to improve their circuitry, that's going to help their ability to move, and that's how we will eradicate the disease.
Deteriorating axons contribute to the rapid and fatal paralysis of ALS patients. Scientists say in animal studies this compound actually stops degeneration to the point where diseased neurons become similar to healthy control neurons after 60 days of treatment.
We're hoping that means that it not only maintains it, but corrects the degeneration as well.
AKV9 is now moving toward clinical trials. Silverman's own company is carrying out animal safety studies to determine dosage levels and potential toxic effects. Their hope is to receive FDA approval as an investigational drug and move into human trials by early next year.
It could be another year after that before patients actually will be able to take it.
If it gets approved, it would provide a new glimmer of hope for those living with this fatal disease. I'm Asher Qureshi reporting.